By the dawn of the 21st century, the Umbrella Corporation has emerged as the largest commercial entity in the USA. Most households use their products, and they wield significant political and financial clout. What the world doesn't realize is that, beyond their work in computer technology and healthcare, the company is deeply involved in military technology, genetic experiments, and viral weaponry. Beneath Raccoon City, Umbrella Corporation operates a genetic research facility known as the Hive. One day, a thief attempts to steal a genetically engineered T-virus and accidentally breaks the test tube, contaminating the entire facility via the ventilation system. This incident drives the test animals mad. The facility is managed by an artificial intelligence called the Red Queen, who, upon detecting the contamination, immediately initiates the emergency protocol. Initially, the employees think it's just a fire drill, but they soon discover all doors are locked, trapping them inside. The Red Queen releases a lethal gas to eliminate anyone she deems infected, and one of the elevators, packed with people, plummets and crashes, while another halts just in time. The employees manage to force the doors open, but when a woman sticks her head out, the Red Queen sees her on the cameras and reactivates the elevator, killing her. In a mansion in the city, Alice wakes up in a luxurious bathroom with no memory of who or where she is. She recalls fainting in the shower because of something on the wall. After dressing, she searches the room for clues and finds a note about her dreams, but realizes the handwriting isn't hers. She also discovers a drawer full of weapons secured by an electronic lock and a photograph of her wedding day with a man she doesn't recognize. Suddenly, Alice hears a strange noise and goes outside to investigate, only to be pushed back inside by Matt. At that moment, an elite military team bursts through the windows and arrests Matt, who claims to be a cop, though his name doesn't appear in their system. The leader, James, calls Alice "Soldier" and asks for her report, but she is confused. The team then opens a hidden passage behind a wall, revealing a train that leads to the Hive. Rain repairs the wires to get it running again, and once everyone is aboard, they find an unconscious Spence behind a locked door. Alice recognizes him from the photo, triggering a memory of their wedding day. She discovers her wedding ring is inscribed with "Property of Umbrella Corporation." They wake Spence, but he has no memory either. Upon arrival at the Hive, Alice demands answers. James explains they all work for Umbrella Corporation, and the mansion serves as an emergency entrance to the Hive. Spence and Alice are security operatives placed there to protect that entrance, with their marriage being a cover to maintain secrecy. The house's security system released a nerve gas, but they are unsure how long the effects will last. This jogs Alice's memory of being in the shower when a panel opened and released the gas. The team uses special tools to force open the emergency door and enter the Hive, aware that the Red Queen is monitoring them. With the elevator out of order, they take the stairs and discover some lab tanks flooding the area, requiring them to find an alternate route to the main system. James reveals that a few hours ago, the Red Queen locked the doors and killed all the employees, but the reason is unknown, prompting Umbrella Corporation to send the team to shut her down. Their conversation is interrupted when they find a body floating in the tanks, which particularly unsettles Matt, who claims to hear strange noises from the ventilation shafts. Spence notices Alice is cold and lends her his jacket, their hands brushing, causing Alice to recall intimate moments with him, wondering if their relationship was real. Spence denies having any memories. As the team moves on, the body in the tank awakens. Shortly after, the team reaches a room labeled Dining Room on the map. However, they encounter strange machines instead, leading Matt to suggest that the corporation is hiding secrets. Alice examines one of the machines and discovers a living organism inside. James, however, urges her to keep moving. Some agents stay with Matt while the rest head to the office outside the Red Queen's chamber. Chad uses a computer to disable the defense system, opening a passage to the chamber. James and a few agents bring an explosive charge to shut down the Queen, but the doors suddenly lock again. The Queen activates a laser defense system, killing the agents in the corridor. Initially, James avoids the lasers, but eventually they multiply and kill him. Chad disables the defense system again and insists they complete their mission. Alice helps him place the explosive in the chamber, where the Red Queen appears as a hologram of the head programmer's daughter to dissuade them. Ignoring her, Chad activates the explosive, shutting down the Queen and the main power source. Emergency lights activate, but without the Queen's defenses, all doors are now open. Chad starts working on rebooting the Queen. Meanwhile, Matt, Rain, and JD hear noises. Rain investigates and is attacked by a survivor who bites her. JD shoots the attacker in the limbs to no effect. Rain finally shoots it in the head to kill it. During the struggle, they drop the handcuff keys, which Matt retrieves while pretending to examine the coagulated blood, indicating the attacker was a zombie. At this point, Alice, Spence, and Chad return. The survivor's body vanishes, and zombies begin emerging from open doors. The agents start shooting to keep the zombies at bay, but a stray bullet causes an explosion, triggering Alice's memory of promising Lisa access to the virus. The explosion also makes Matt drop the keys into a hole. He retrieves them just before Alice pulls him away. They need to find the agents who were separated during the explosion. Meanwhile, the agents are low on ammo. JD opens a door with a special code, revealing a corridor full of zombies that drag JD into the horde. Rain screams as Chad and Spence pull her away and close the door. A monster called the Licker escapes from another machine. Alice searches for a safe exit and loses Matt in the process. She finds labs with cages and encounters zombie dogs. After hiding in an office and fighting a human zombie, she recalls her training as an agent. Alice takes a gun from the defeated zombie and kills the dogs, running out of ammo before knocking out the last one with a kick. Matt searches for Lisa's desk in the offices. He is startled by a zombie, but continues looking through the files. Lisa, now a zombie, attacks Matt, but Alice arrives and defeats her with a heavy decoration. Alice's memory returns, revealing she offered the virus and access codes for a price. Matt explains that Lisa was his sister and that he isn't a cop, but infiltrated the hive with a fake ID. They wanted to expose Umbrella Corporation's illegal viral and genetic research. Lisa was supposed to steal a virus sample with a contact's help, but was set up. Alice wonders if she betrayed Lisa, but doesn't tell Matt she was the contact. Alice and Matt then run to the Queen's chamber, where the agents are hiding. They close the door just before the zombies catch up. Spence suggests waiting for backup, but the blast doors they pass through will close in an hour, trapping them forever. Alice decides to reactivate the Red Queen, the only one who knows the escape route. Chad hesitantly complies, and the Red Queen explains that the T-virus was created for military use, capable of reanimating dead bodies with an electrical charge to the brain. These zombies only want to feed, and destroying their heads is the only way to kill them. The T-virus can be transmitted through blood contact, meaning just a scratch or a bite is enough to turn someone into a zombie too. The Red Queen considers Rain to be infected and doesn't want to let her leave, making Rain furious. However, Alice threatens to shut the Queen down again if she doesn't help. The Queen then reveals a hidden door into the maintenance tunnels. After a few minutes of wandering around, Spence feels like they're going in circles, but Rain reminds him this is the only route they have. Suddenly, a swarm of zombies begins flooding the tunnels. Alice fights them hand to hand while the rest of the group climbs onto the pipes to escape. Rain freezes when she sees JD in the horde, but he has turned into a zombie too and bites her, so Rain has to shoot him to kill him for good. Once everyone is up on the pipes, Alice tries to check Rain's wounds, but she insists she's fine. The group begins carefully walking on the pipes to find an exit, while the zombies try to reach them from below. Rain, Matt, and Spence enter a tunnel safely, but when Alice and Chad are about to cross, the pipe breaks. Alice jumps, and Matt and Spence grab her just in time, pulling her back while she kicks the zombies away. Unfortunately, Chad falls into the horde, and while Alice shoots a few zombies to give him a chance to climb onto a different pipe, trying to save him would be too dangerous. Chad tells them to go without him, and after the group leaves, he considers ending things for himself. He changes his mind and uses his last bullet to shoot a zombie, telling the monsters they'll have to fight for their meal before crawling into a hole. Moments later, the group reaches the lab area without further issues, although they need to help Rain walk as she begins to throw up. Alice freezes when memories flood her mind and she remembers something crucial. The scientists had made the virus, but also a cure. She tells Matt she knows all this because she was going to steal the virus and she was Lisa's contact. But she isn't sure if she was the one that betrayed her too. Alice looks for the cure in a flooded office, but unfortunately, all the containers are empty. Entering this area triggers Spence's memory as well. He had been spying on Alice when she talked to Lisa and learned she would betray Umbrella. On the day of the plan, he distracted Alice by convincing her to get frisky together. Then Spence left the note to make it look romantic, but while Alice slept, he sneaked into the hive to steal both the virus and the cure. He was the one that broke one of the test tubes. In the present, Alice notices Spence is acting weird and gets suspicious, especially when he finds a gun on a table. Spence reaches it before Alice can and aims it at the group, asking Alice to come with him. He thinks they can sell the virus and the cure and live a rich life, but Alice turns him down, explaining she only wanted to steal the virus to stop Umbrella, not to promote their business. Spence thinks Alice and the others are naive for thinking they can stop such a mega corporation, and when Rain asks, Spence confesses the virus and the cure are hidden in the train. Suddenly, a zombie comes out of the water and bites Spence, but he quickly kills her with a few shots, then leaves the lab and locks the door to trap the group. At that moment, the Red Queen contacts them and reveals she's already taken care of it. Spence makes his way back to the train and finds the box he hid there earlier, but when he's about to inject himself with the cure, he's found by the Licker, who immediately kills him. The Red Queen shows the attack on the lab screen and explains the Licker had been one of the corporation's early experiments, produced by injecting the T-virus directly into living tissue. The result had been very unstable, but now that the Licker has consumed fresh DNA, it'll mutate and become stronger. The Red Queen can give them the code to open the door, but she'll only do so if they kill Rain first, because she's been infected for too long for the cure to work. Rain asks Alice to do it because one death is better than 3, and her pleas become more urgent when the mutated Licker shows up outside the lab, hitting the door repeatedly. Alice grabs an emergency axe from the wall, but instead of hitting Rain, she destroys the screen the Red Queen was using to talk to them. Suddenly, the power goes out in the entire hive and the lab door opens to reveal Chad, who shut down the Queen like they promised they would if she didn't help. At that moment, the Licker finally breaks the glass, so the group runs through the door until they make it back to the train. When Alice approaches Spence's body, he wakes up as a zombie and tries to attack her, but Alice easily kills him with the axe before dropping her ring. The group gets to escape on the train, and Chad and Rain get an injection with the cure. Then Rain gives Alice her watch, which indicates they only have 8 minutes left to leave this place before she passes out. For a moment, Alice thinks Rain died, and she grabs the gun in case she'll turn. But Rain opens her eyes again and assures her she's fine. Suddenly, the train begins shaking. It's the Licker trying to make its way inside. By pawing at the walls, it manages to scratch Matt. Then it tears off the outer door of the control room to kill Chad. Matt immediately closes the inner door that separates them from the control room, but the Licker climbs to the back of the train and pushes down the last door to enter. Alice shoots it a few times, but it isn't enough, and the Licker grabs her leg with its tongue as Matt hits it with a bunch of pipes. This hit isn't enough to hurt it either, but at least now Alice can use a pipe to stab the Licker's tongue and trap it. At that moment, Rain finally turns into a zombie too and attacks Matt. After some struggle, Matt manages to push her away and shoots her in the head. Then he opens the floor door to release the Licker on the train tracks, causing it to catch on fire. Alice grieves for Rain before grabbing the box with the cure and leaving the train with Matt, reaching the mansion right before the doors get locked again. Now they are safe. Alice allows herself to have a breakdown full of guilt over failing her friends. Matt tries to convince her it isn't her fault, but he suddenly begins feeling lots of pain from his injury. Alice gets ready to inject him with the cure, but all of a sudden, a group of Umbrella scientists arrives. They notice Matt is mutating and take him away to be used in the Nemesis program. Alice tries to fight for him, but she's knocked out and sent to quarantine. Alice is taken to the Raccoon City Hospital, while a mysterious voice announces they're reopening the hive to investigate what happened there. Sometime later, Alice wakes up on an examination table, connected to a weird machine. After tearing off all the wires from her body, she asks for help, yet nobody replies. The security cameras are still on, but there's only a shadow passing by. Alice uses a syringe with her blood to force the electronic lock open and escapes the room only to discover the rest of the hospital is empty as well. When she makes it outside, Alice discovers Raccoon City has become an apocalyptic wasteland. Newspapers reveal zombies are on the loose, so Alice retrieves a shotgun from a police car, ready to survive her next adventure.
Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to support the channel. Thank you for watching.